And welcome everybody to TableStory Ascendance. I'm turning on your mics. There we go. Oh shit, that funky beat. Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. Where's Elspeth with the drums?
Oh, what?
Hold on. Why was that so
Boots and
low?
cats.
Have watcher. All right, hold on. Let me turn. Welcome everyone. TableStory Ascendance, episode 10.
Good God.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
What have we done? Seems like it's been like 14 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah. It's a little off. I mean, we haven't missed too many episodes actually, so
We've only missed like two, right?
Two total.
yeah. So it hasn't been too
So
bad.
that's 3 months. I mean, like we've been
Has it actually been 3 months?
Well, 12 weeks. I mean, that's
Roughly.
Yeah. 10
Wow.
episodes, missed 2. That's 12. That's
That's
math, dude.
Wow, man. Fucking
Yeah.
3 months with you guys. Jeez,
Back
man.
in 3 months. Oh my God.
Wow.
Insane.
Uh,
Wow. Damn.
Damn. Wow. It's the crazy.
Wow.
Oh my fucking god.
Anybody can do Christopher Walken.
Everybody can.
It's basically Arnold
To
Schwarzenegger.
do Christopher Walken, you just
With
have
commas.
to go crazy.
Commas.
Wow. Every like 10 minutes and you're good.
Wow. Damn.
What's that one line of his from Catch Me If You Can?
Which
Do
one?
you
The one with the two mice and the bucket of cream.
Oh my God. Anytime he has to tell a story, like
Yeah.
the watch from Pulp Fiction,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's bucket of cream.
I love
And the mouse.
I love that.
Turning his little feet. Like the whole
Because he
story.
says it like 4 times during that movie. He goes, you know the story. Like, yes, Dad, I know the story. About the bucket of the mouse.
About the mouse and the cream.
Alright, real quick, everyone in the chat, tell us if the volume's good. And welcome, guys, to episode 10 of Ascendance. Damn, dude, I didn't realize 3 fucking months. Anyways, I'm over it now.
You can kill me
fine.
off anytime, Jay.
Yeah,
Seriously.
anytime.
I'll
Anytime.
come back with a third voice. I can do this. I can do this.
It's going to be Jody meets Randall slightly modified again.
Exactly.
Just
You know,
slightly.
at a higher pitch. Hello, everyone.
Boom!
My name is Rody Mono.
Oh gosh, he's gonna come back as a chipmunk.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
And my character keeps getting smaller. Pretty soon I'm just like
Every
a wood
time,
nymph.
yeah. He's gonna play an imp this time.
There you go.
All right. The volume apparently is a spicy meatball. I'm gonna take that one. We're going with that one.
Very good.
It's
Way I like it.
spicy meatball. Welcome to the episode. I'm gonna make you an offer that you can't refuse.
Make one offer you can refuse.
One
Is
day.
that offer I have to turn up my volume to understand what the fuck you're saying?
It's the Midget
Okay, we're
Godfather,
good.
man. Nobody understands
We're
the Midget
there.
Godfather.
We're there.
Okay. Sorry, I'm making 2 volume adjustments. Okay, so while I do that, we'll go over what happened 2 weeks ago. Sorry again about no episode last week, but last Tuesday was a special day that we all wanted to avoid. So
Yeah.
we did.
So on with the D&D.
So we did. Back into a fantasy world. Let's jump back in. So this music is very pertinent as well. I want you guys to know that. As we find you guys in the Zundabilg Highlands, literally inside the Zundabilg Highlands, roughly here-ish, if you guys need a reference. As last week, you guys were staying over in Grey Peak in Igor's Tavern, and Elspeth had done a reading from the Deck of Gold given to her by Ogma. You had been told that you think, at least from Igor's standpoint, that the god of the dead, Kalimvor, which you guys are slightly acquainted with, was trying to kill Lathander, the goddess of life, and something about the mask missing or dying, and that Ogma had given you the deck. That had been 100% confirmed, as Gotho set out in the night to go fulfill a dream that he had been seeing. Gotho, you came upon the pale green, massive obelisk, touched it, been drawn inside, and met a strange, wispy, shadow-like figure at the exact same moment that Randall was using troll semen to declare his oath to Yandala.
Like
Troll
you
semen
do.
and blood.
Yes, you do.
Should we kind of note
I
that?
don't want anybody to get that mixed up. You know what I mean?
Not just semen.
I'm not just a freak. All right? It's
He's a sophisticated freak.
sophisticated freak of a halfling.
He's a hemophiliac.
As you guys saw this this blue dragon kind of bouncing around, being playful, and then approaching you, it lunged out at you, Randall, and began an attack. Randall went down a couple times, but you guys managed to defeat the dragon, although while you were resting and taking apart the dragon, the two halfling or gnome or whatever we agreed they were, I forget every week.
Halflings.
Did we agree they were halflings?
We agreed they were halflings.
Half of them was a halfling, the other half was a gnome.
Half a gnome.
They were half gnome. If they were half halfling, half gnomes, does that make them quarterlings?
Is that
Yes.
is that like the best tongue twister?
Gnomes. It's quarter gnomes.
They were half gnomelings. They went in to inspect the horde, and you had found them disappeared. As you guys were kind of exploring around the treasure pile and also gutting the dragon, you had heard the thunderous wings beating off in the distant of the highlands, distant mountains there, and ran inside to take cover from the elder blue dragon that was kind of barreling after you after she had landed. You guys, if I'm not mistaken, Gotho, you unfurled 50 feet of rope, gave it to them, grabbed one end, and you jumped into a small pond or oasis that was inside of this cave. And that's where we find ourselves. As you guys all dive in, and I'm going to leave you guys with a choice. I'm gonna leave you guys with a choice in a little bit here. So just keep in mind what you guys want to do during this session. Gotho, you had memorized a small portion of a map that you had found on the pile. It was a map that was showing you safe passage through the whatever sections of these rooms on this map had entailed. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check as you dive in. The water brisk, cold, and chilling. As you're swimming through, you can feel the aches. All of you start to kick in. I'd assume, Randall, are you like holding onto the rope and just being pulled along, or are you still swimming?
No, I'm holding on. If I remember correctly, I'm holding on to Fora's belt and then holding onto the rope with the other hand, and then trying to swim because the rope isn't moving as fast as I thought.
Yeah,
it was.
no, you thought you were gonna be like.
I thought it was like, but no. It's just Gotho swimming along.
That was a great moment. You're like, I grab on and I wait. I was like, wait for what? It's not going anywhere.
It's not moving that quickly. And I was like, okay, I jump in. All right.
Yeah. So
Gotho has proven he can do a lot of crazy things, but becoming a underwater motorboat is not a jet ski.
Imagine it's like the Incredibles, where she like inflates and his feet.
That's kind of what I was
holding
that's what
people.
I thought was gonna happen.
No, I'm actually nervous now. Gotho's good at lots of things, but an intelligence check, here we go.
Look at that.
Yes! Yes!
You know, we
God.
just got two lovely emotes, a nat 20 and a nat 1, just for this fucking reason. So
Spam them if you got them.
that's just fucking fantastic. How great is that, guys? How great is that?
That's good.
There
I'm
goes
glad you-
all the
I'm glad you didn't
tension
do
and
practice
drama.
rolls. You know what I mean? I'm glad you didn't like practice roll that
Yeah,
out of
right.
the system. You just saved that.
It's okay. My practice rolls for this session were from your sheet, Randall. So good luck with that.
Oh. Yay.
Okay. So you very clearly remember on the sheet it was a take a left, take a right. And like as you're swimming, you're realizing you're coming to these passages, and you can think clearly, despite the cold setting in, that these passages are flooded. These are the exact things that you're thinking of from the map. It's a quick fork, okay, with this landmark, okay, left, and you take them left, and you two arrive at this fork, and you're quickly yanked down the left with the rope in hand, still trying to swim and keep up. You can hear the kind of thunderous like shakings as the dragon is thrashing around in the cave that you had just come from. No electricity to the water, thankfully. But you then come to like a 3-point stand, Gotho, okay, left again. You get so far as making it another right, a straight, and then you come to another fork, thinking you're slowly, it's like the cold is almost creeping into your mind. It's a left, and then you come to another three-forked passageway. I'd say you guys have been underwater for about 45 seconds to a minute now. Which way do you want to go? You can use, this is like a small skill challenge, and we'll do a real one in a couple minutes here, which is why I said keep in mind. But you guys can use a couple of abilities to determine, I'd say, like, while Gotho's sitting there pondering where to go, because you couldn't get the full read on the map. You didn't have enough time, despite the nat 20. You guys can use a nature check, a survival check. I'd say you can use an athletics check to try to propel yourself faster down a hallway, rather than nature check and the survival check to detect if there's a current in the water. If you can get creative, you can do it, but you have to be proficient in that skill.
Okay, I'm gonna try for perception, and so I have a 3-way fork, and this is reaching the end of where I couldn't study it on the map anymore, so I have to guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
how do you want to use a perception check?
To see if there's the faintest glimmer of light coming from any of these three, to indicate there might be something at the end of one of these tunnels, because the first chamber we were in, you said that it was glowing, and like the treasure pile, there was some sort of light reflecting off it. Yeah. So if there's another light source coming from one of these three, I guess so I'll stop and take a second in the tunnel to, can I see anything? Whatsoever?
All right. Yeah, you're looking around, you're looking left. Seems, even with your dark vision, you can still see a fair way down. You can actually see just a blocked off passage as if a cave-in has covered that. So looking right, and then looking straight, and then looking right again, you can kind of catch like the gleam of light from the right-hand section, from what might be either a rock shining off of the sun, might be from a light from a lantern. Maybe there's somebody there, and you just instinctively take that and go right. You come to another fork. This one, kind of a large open room. As you like kind of sit there for a moment looking, you catch small glimpses of like what used to be like a camp. There's pieces of a tent floating around, a cauldron, some recently burnt firewood. Not too recently, but it hasn't decayed fully in the water yet. Large open room. On your right, a small passage leading upwards. On your left, a small passage leading downwards. You've already used perception for this, so you guys can as you guys catch up pretty quickly as well. You've been underwater for about 2 minutes now. If you guys get this wrong, you're gonna have to make a con check. So again, nature, perception from any one of you, survival, if you guys are proficient in it.
Gotho is in the lead, right?
Yeah, but you guys are kind of floating about 5 feet behind him.
Okay, well, wherever Gotho goes is where Fora's gonna go.
Okay.
I don't think she's gonna necessarily go one way if Gotho goes another.
Okay, well, you can clearly see me in front of you then, having stopped and kind of look up, look down, look up again, look down, like, oh crap, this wasn't what am I doing? That's that's what I'm currently doing this.
So Fora will I'll make a survival check here.
Okay. What are you trying to look for?
Trying to see if there is also anything at the end of the tunnel, if she can possibly see anything. If the current is going one way, and not necessarily going the other way, because obviously wherever the current's going is where there's going to be some sort of exit.
Okay.
Maybe.
You can,
Maybe.
Yeah, you're kind of floating, and you push past Gotho. Randall, your grip on her breaks free, and kind of push into the middle of the room. You can see small bits of like detritus from the camp kind of swirling in the middle, and then like one piece of wood kind of blows off to the right and goes into the over near the right hand side. It kind of gets caught on the wall, and it's just kind of rocking back and forth with this silent, invisible current. That looks to be like a somewhat weak current. As you kind of look over to the left as well, gauging it for a quick second, you can see the flap of like a tent has now been caught on the left-hand side as well, going down. But it doesn't seem to be as strong as the right-hand side.
Is there any way that Randall could like push himself up? See, we're within a submerged cave at this point, correct? Yeah. Okay, is there any way I can push myself up to the surface to see if there's any sort of pocket of air near the top?
Nothing. You don't have to check as you swim up. Kind of even
right,
feeling
right up against there. Okay. Can I tell whether or not the current is going up or down? So there's two tunnels, one heading up and one heading down.
Yeah.
Is the current pulling towards the upper one or the downward one?
You wouldn't know. You can't sense unless you make a survival check.
Okay, survival?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's with disadvantage still.
Yeah. You can't get a read on it. The water's kind of murky in your eyes, and you're still now you can feel the contractions in your chest.
2 minutes, and my eyes are starting to go black a little bit. All right,
Smith, what are you doing? You detect 2 currents.
Fora's gonna go to the right.
Okay.
The light source that I was able to detect at the last fork. Can I, at this point, I obviously haven't taken my eyes off because I was following the light.
Yeah.
Can I still see where that's coming from?
Yeah, you can see. For you, like as you had gone by, it was just a couple of coins, but there's still light coming from somewhere, and you can see as you kind of get down low to the ground at the top of the tunnel, there seems to be a break in the water, and light seems to be coming in from that.
Okay.
And Sephora's already headed off to the right.
Away from that?
That is to the right.
So that opening is off to the right, where she's heading.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's heading in the right direction already. Okay. Gotho's gonna make sure he has like Randall's attention, or like if he's make sure he's like pushing him in that direction, and then I'm trying to remember if I used. I don't think I used all my key points in the fight with the dragon, did I?
No, you used 2 of them. I think it was 2 of them.
I was gonna say no, I don't think you did.
Yeah, you did one.
You did punch it to death, but
one of your what is it called? The endless strikes or whatever they're called. You did that once.
Flurry of blows.
Okay. Flurry of blows.
So I still have 2 more to use then.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys all. Oh, what's up?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna save. I'm not using. But yeah, Gotho's gonna immediately start swimming towards the light source.
Okay.
Randall's arm is wrapped heavily around the rope,
yeah.
and will be pulled along by that.
Yeah, I'd say you're a little closer to the rope now. You kind of grab onto it closer as he kind of drifts by. And for you, swimming up, you kind of have to like almost climb for a moment, and it's increasingly difficult as this cold is now seeped in fully, especially for you being a tiefling, and is affecting you incredibly. You go through, you come up behind her, and she looks like she's struggling, and she's just trying to pull herself up the slope, and you give her a quick nudge, and you break immediately. Air rushes into your lungs, and Gotha, you come up. Randall trying to push past them. You kind of find a pocket where you can stick your head. You all break air, and just take a moment resting at the foot of this cavern as you guys look. Give me, I'd say, the 2 of you that broke first, give me a perception check with disadvantage, because you guys are racking with coughs and. Okay. Gotho, you as well? Okay. You can't feel any kind of breeze. The light that you can see, I don't think you have dark vision, right, Randall?
No.
So you can see it now. You guys can kind of register it with your dark vision, but it's still just all a shade of gray to you. Randall, you can see there's some kind of light like refracting through this wide open cavern. As you guys kind of stand up and you stop, coughing your asses off, slowly standing, pulling each other out of the water. You guys are all freezing, and you should probably get a fire or something going, or it might affect you soon. And you guys stand up. You're led into an open cavern. The water it somewhat continues upwards, and you can see it like have to go over a small crest until it pours off to the room below. You guys are on a small cliff edge above a wide open room. There seems to be no entrance or exit to the room that you can visibly see, but it is lit as if daytime is daytime inside the room, but no visible entryway or exit that's bringing in light.
No!
Are there any sticks?
There's no one.
Around?
Stakes?
Are there any sticks or sticks, kindling, anything?
Roll me a survival check. Actually, investigation check. Okay. This is just up on the cliff that you guys are on, because it is quite a ways down. You can look down below and you can see like it is a pool that you can dive into. So should you wish, but there are no sticks or kindling up on top of the cliff here.
Okay.
As soon as they break the water, within a few seconds, as Forrest starts looking around for the sticks, Gotha just kind of looks at the other 2 and I told you. There would be a mother.
Now is not the time, my friend.
Good.
Who is right and who is wrong?
You are right. Congratulations. I need to make a fire or something. I'm freezing.
She flicks her fingers and just there's a little flame coming out of her thumb. Okay, this is a start. Does anybody see any sticks or anything we can burn?
I assume we can't use the torches in our inventory because they're probably all wet right now, right?
Yeah, everything you guys have would be soaking wet. You can take like an hour to like try and dry things out.
Dry things out over Forrest's little flame.
You're right. Warm yourself.
Thank you, my dear.
All right. I'm gonna roll perception.
Okay.
To see. Well, I don't know. Is it perception or investigation to see if there's any exit?
It would be perception just for a general survey of the room.
Fora and I are still on exhaustion, right? We're still rolling disadvantage.
Yeah, you guys are
right?
disadvantaged. I actually forgot about that. Thank you.
That's how often we rest in this.
No, you guys did. No, you didn't long rest.
This is our third week.
You didn't long rest. I forgot about that.
Laura was sleeping. She did. I don't think she got a long.
You were
rest.
trying. Yeah, you got a short rest.
You got a short rest.
You did get a short rest. All your hit die back. All that good stuff. From where you are, you kind of like looking around and trying to kind of gleam any insight as to what's across the room, because it is quite a wide open room. You can see like small patches of dark areas at the edge of the room over a couple of rocks. Randall, you can't see anything. You'd be a little too short. But for like you peeking on your tippy toes, you can see like a dark patch where it looks like there could be like a small doorway or passageway, but there's no like clear indication of daylight and this is an exit, etc., etc.
I think I can do this here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cast light.
Okay.
But that needs to be touching an object. So is there anything in the room? Can I cast it on like a wall or a rock or anything?
Yeah, you can find like a small stone, or you can just take something from your pack.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, if there's like a stone nearby, anything I can pick up here.
Yeah, you can find a small stone really quick. Gotha, what was up?
Oh, I was gonna say I'm also doing a perception of the room as well.
Yeah, you kind of get the exact same thing. You can see across the room. There's like 2 or 3 darker patches as you lean up and look over. There's these 4 or 5 like large rocks. They don't seem to be arrayed in any organized fashion. They've just kind of either fallen from the roof or kind of come out of the ground from a shift underneath, and they're blocking most of the far wall. But they're small dark patches. You guys can't tell if they are the shadow of the rocks themselves. Because there is a little bit of light in this cavern, or if it's an exit. You find a quick rock, small incantation under your breath as you're shivering, and you have a glowing, just beaming, bright white rock about the size of your thumb in your hands now. You try to like use it as a flashlight?
Yeah, she's just trying to.
Is it 60-foot radius?
It is.
30,
I'll double check.
I thought it was 20 foot. 20 foot. 20 feet.
20.
I looked it up. Don't worry.
20 feet. And it's just like a bright yellow light.
Yeah. I mean, it certainly casts a different color of light to the cavern. As you like hold it up, you can see now down below you in the water. It is most definitely deep enough to, if you were to fall or if anything were to happen, you wouldn't like immediately die from falling that height, because you guys are about, I'd say about 15-ish feet up. You can't necessarily see across the room. It's about 30-ish, 40 feet away from you. It's quite like a large open room. And like when you had yelled earlier, Randall, it echoed and like reverberated back at you, came from behind you and then forwards and back underneath. It just seemed to bounce from every angle.
But there was no answer when I yelled.
No. If there was an answer,
you said there's a deep pool below us.
Yeah.
And there's a rope.
You guys have a rope.
We still have a rope.
Yeah.
Gotho, hold on for a moment. My hand, Randall's hand's still shaking. Hands in the rope, and I rappel down the edge and into the pool below.
Okay. So you just kind of wrap it around your arm, Gotho, just holding him.
Yeah, Gotho just like twirls it around.
Doesn't take much to
like child's play. It's like a feather just falling, right? Yeah, you quickly almost fumble as like you're passing over and you go to make your first jump and you like jump out and like swing underneath. It's just a sheer cliff face kind of sticking out and jutting from the wall. You kind of rappel down, swinging more than kind of falling peacefully.
More than walking down. You're
dangling about 5 feet above the water, unless you actually want to go inside the water.
I want to reach out and like touch the water with my toe first.
Okay. You die. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck you, dude. I was gonna be like, all right, well, I'm gonna go blow my nose real quick.
Well, time to make another character. Yeah, no, you just kind of gingerly touch
Randall,
it.
do you want this to see?
Okay, you can risk it.
It's a jawbreaker.
So, like, holding on with one arm, water all below me.
Yeah.
Try to drop this rock to me. All right.
Yeah, give me a dex check real quick just to catch it. She puts it like right over your head too, and you're like arm like way out to the right. It just falls down. You like as you're touching the water as well. You quickly like reach down to grab it, but you miss, and your hand touches the water. It's warmer than the water that you had just come from. But you hear a pum as it just kind of sinks down, and the light stops I'd say about 10 feet underneath you. You can just see it kind of radiating out, pulsing, and it starts to dim a little bit as well.
Good catch, Randall.
Thank you.
Maybe you should hold rope, and Gotha will climb.
Randall just lets go of the rope. and splashes into the shallow water that's right there, basically. At this point.
Randall, what if are you going? Don't sink.
You said it was only like 5 feet deep, right?
It's like you were about 5 feet up and it was about 10 feet down. So it's
okay.
It's just like seemingly deep.
Can I swim down after the stone to try to get it back?
Yeah, like the second you hit the water, like you guys hear a like a huge concave of water, and you look over the edge and you see him like slowly sinking with all of the armor he has on.
Well, I'm not just trying to like sink.
You don't even have to like swim down. You can just kind of keep your own momentum, and you just fall down to it.
I wonder if little man can swim in all that armor.
I wonder if he can swim at all. What if he can't swim?
Water is shallow, armor is heavy.
There's just a stream of bubbles coming up from
you
the
see
pool.
like these bubbles like slowly moving towards the shallows.
Slowly moving along.
I'm unraveling the rope a little bit more to make sure it's hitting the water, just in case the armor is weighing him down too much.
Jay, I'm looking for this rock, basically.
Yeah, you grab it, you snatch it right quick. And
okay, can I continue walking along the base of the thing to try to get up and out of
like
this
fucking
pool?
Pirates of the Caribbean, just walking along the bottom of the
Pretty much.
Yeah, you guys just see this line of like bubbles slowly floating up. It just starts to move, and it just straight towards the shoreline of the little fountain pool-esque thing that he's inside of. You make it within like, I want to say like a good minute and a half, but there's a couple moments where you're like, oh fuck, man, am I really gonna?
What
like,
am I doing?
How
here?
far have I gone? You're like, I've only walked 2 feet. Holy shit! The armor is fucking heavy, man. You make it up with relative ease. And
can you briefly describe one more time our surroundings? Because I'm confused as to how there's two separate bodies of water.
There's the water that you just come from. It is coming over this crest that you guys had just come from. It's not that big of a hill, and it's coming off of this sheer cliff face that you're on again, and coming down into the pool of water here.
Into the pool that I am now in.
Yeah.
So it's like we were up here, I jumped off, and now there's a pool down here, right?
So it's like a step down where the water is emptying down into from where we swam before?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not enough water to fill this entire pool, so you can...
But you said we climbed up and out of the water.
Yeah. Again, it's just a small little, like... It's like a... You had to come up this incline. The water level was high enough that you came up on top of it. So you climb out of it, it's a flat surface, and then the water runs off. So,
okay. From the area where Randall just dropped down to, is there a stalactite or anything that I can wrap the rope around?
From where he dropped down from, or down to?
Where I was rappelling. Well, I was holding it while he rappelled down. Is there something I can tie it onto?
I'd say like there's a couple of rocks just behind from where you came from that are sticking up from the wall. Sure, you can quickly tie them on there.
So Gotho gets tired of waiting for Randall, and
am I still underwater at this point?
No, you're above. I already said you're above.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna tie the rope then to the rocks behind me and just kind of leave it draped off the side where he went down, so I can turn around and explore the rest of this large opening.
Okay.
You said we're in a large open cavern area, right?
Yeah. You
Okay.
if you did not go down, you are standing on this cliff-ish thing coming out from where you guys had swam up over to.
No, I didn't go down.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna walk the perimeter of the room and just check how many openings are there. Is there anything in the room? And use a survival check to see if there's scratch marks on the rocks, dropped debris, anyone else has been here, or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say again, like to clarify, you would have to go down to reach the entire room, like this pool of water. Yeah. So you can make a survival check. You can. It's a pretty easy one. Go ahead and make me one. You don't have exhaustion. No, you didn't do anything.
No,
crazy.
I don't.
Like fucking run across a mountain in one day. No worries. Yeah, you quickly like seeing the small alcove that you had seen earlier, the one or two of them, climb down the rope, get out of the water, and make your way over to the right. The one on the right-hand side, it just seems like it's like a small dip in. But on the left-hand side, it seems like there is a full-fledged passage leading downwards. It kind of looks hand-carved. By large tools, not by small tools. And this is on the far left-hand side of the room.
Okay, and that's down where I would have to jump in. So there's nothing of interest up here where I'm standing on the ledge then?
No, because you're not standing on the ledge. You walk down to go make that survival check.
I'm having so much trouble visualizing the layout of this room.
My arm is a cliff. You climb down from the cliff. Now you're on a level piece of ground, right? And the pool of water is on the level piece of ground.
Did the water punch your microphone?
No, that was. I mean, it's rough water. Okay, there's a sea out here. Okay. Anyways, you make your way down from the cliff face you guys had come from. Fora, do you come down as well?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are all now on this lower section of the room that you're in. The pool of water at the back. Go off to the far left. You find a small passage leading downwards.
Okay.
Now is where I'm going to leave you guys with a decision. This is out of character. You guys had said you wanted to go to Tilstead, right? Because that was where you got the letter, right, Bora? So you guys can... What we can do is we can fast forward this for you guys a little bit, and you guys can make your way through the mountains. If you have enough rations, we'll make a couple checks for you to not get lost in the mountains. You can continue searching this room, or you can actively try and find a way out of the mountains, or... we can just do this session by session and go through these mountains. So,
so we can like fast travel?
Yeah, if you guys want to.
Wow, Jay, week 10.
Yeah. I will put you exactly where you need to go.
Fast travel is open.
No. This is. I'm just saying. I can throw crazy cool encounters in these mountains, and there are things to explore. Which is indicated by the fact that this tunnel is hand carved. But if you guys would like to get to Tilstead, it'll take 1 week, most likely, depending on how your guys' rolls are, and I'll leave it up to you.
More than anything else, Randall is looking for rest, like a long rest. Yeah. He's looking for a dry area to fall asleep. That's really the number one thing.
You guys are in one right now. You can...
We're not making this decision right now, are we? We're like lost in a cave. How do we fast travel out?
That's why I'm... No. That's why I'm talking to you guys out of character. Like, this is how we can play the next couple sessions.
If we're going meta,
it's 100% meta.
Dude. Yogurt.
So that's why I'm asking you guys. But you guys, the area that you're in is well enough for a rest. You guys can camp on the far side of the room, away from the water, before you think I'm going to kill one of you in your sleep with water. You can camp on the far side of the room. You can dry out your clothes for about an hour. Maybe let your tinderbox dry for about an hour, and make a fire with that if you'd like to sit down for a long rest.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
Okay, so yeah, you guys make the necessary arrangements, and wait for it to dry out the small pieces of tinder, and you find like a couple of small pieces of tinder around the cavern as well as you search a little harder within about that hour while it's drying.
What type of tinder? Like old driftwood?
It's like broken, twigs,
broken spear halves of like an old army that tried to stay here before.
Like, they're like small twigs and small bits that like a bird would use in its nest. Just a small little stick growing out of the ground.
We're not getting very dry, are we? All right.
You can fashion enough of a fire if you want to use it like for like super fucking kindle. You can just take a shirt and rip the shit out of it and throw it in there and burn that.
Randall rips up his shirt.
Okay, you
Yes.
throw it off.
I take off my armor first, like slowly and carefully, and like set it aside.
I just imagine you like a chick taking off her bra. You just like out underneath your arm.
My armor.
Best day ever.
So yeah, you guys
bring it out. Yeah.
You guys get a fire going within an hour or two, and you sit down, and you're all sitting down for a long rest. Okay. Is anyone keeping guard? Is anyone doing anything?
Fuck that.
Okay. That's not meant to be as ominous as it sounded, I promise.
I suppose we'll just sleep here for the time being.
Wet clothes, not good.
Not good at all.
Not good at all, my friend.
Bodies give heat.
Randall.
Come here.
Come here, Randall.
Come here.
This doesn't leave the cave.
We never will at this rate.
It's like without a paddle.
Randall, you can thank me later.
Oh, you too, big guy.
Gotho,
Come on.
I don't think Gotho puts out any heat, but it doesn't matter. Come here, Gotho.
We pull Gotho into our.
Yeah, you're cold to the touch, aren't you?
Gotho's skin is stone cold.
Oh God, it's
actually-
cold.
We can
It's
fix
actually.
that. We can
It's
fix
actually.
that.
It's
Come on.
immediately making it worse. Just like, oh crap. And not only is my skin like stone cold, it's also like very rough. So it's just like
We
cuddling.
get it. You like being single. All right.
It's like
No.
cuddling sandpaper.
Gotho, are you okay sleeping by yourself?
Gotho has slept by himself every day since he was built.
So have I, but it's not changing my mind.
Do you want to join the cuddle puddle or not, Gotho?
The cuddle puddle is real, my friend.
Gotho does not know that word.
We'll show you. Come here.
This is a horrible idea.
Gotho just
Is
awkwardly.
Gotho really like refusing to join our cuddle puddle?
He's.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know what to make of it. This is the first time Gotho's been exposed to it. He kind of like sits down next to them awkwardly and has his shoulders like kind of hunched forward like this.
Oh, bless.
How are we lined up though?
Bless this
Who's-
moment. I'd
Who's
assume.
the big spoon?
I
Who's
would have
the-
assumed that like Gotho would be in the middle, and you guys would be like, "We can fix your cold, Gotho."
I think that's what it should be.
I will
Honestly.
let you guys decide your
we
big
both
spoon
just kind
order.
of encircle
Gotho's-
Gotho.
yeah, we're like this. We're like the number
we-
101. We're just like,
We've like thrown a blanket around him after he's dried,
we'll
so
Oh,
it's
warm
man.
you up.
bent out of his
It's
body
okay.
almost.
Oh god. Yeah, the fire is like, it does start to warm you guys up the more that you lay in front of it together. I'm not ruining this, don't worry. And you guys all settle into a long rest. You, Gotho, kind of takes you a lot longer as usual to find rest. Euphora immediately just out. And Randall, sleep doesn't come to you easily. You feel like you have something burning in the back of your mind. Your words, your proclamation from earlier in the day, kind of ringing out. And as your eyes close,
It's been a long day. Am I going to remember
it's been
this?
a long day. As your eyes close, you kind of like feel yourself drifting. You know you're sleeping. It's one of those moments where you're half waking up and you know you're sleeping, but you're still awake. And you hear footsteps. As you open your eyes, assuming that you're maybe being ambushed, that your four is walking around or Gotho is getting up to leave again. You see in front of you, sitting across the fire, a small halfling woman, brown hair, resplendent, kind of golden laden armor, beautiful plate with like an eagle on this side, a griffin on this side, a beautiful shield bearing a mark that you are all too familiar with. And she looks across at you and,
My lady.
my child. Hello, Randall.
Hello. Am I dreaming?
Kind of. Somewhat. I have heard you from earlier in the day.
It's
And
been a long day, my lady.
it has. Your proclamation, your declaration of
It is you.
Love.
Randall throws himself at her feet and claws across the dirt of the cavern to where he can kiss her feet.
Okay. She kind of, I have not had a follower as devoted as you, Randall, in quite a long time.
More's the pity, my lady.
Yes, it is so wonderful to see such a man devoted to the beauty and the joy of life.
The devotion is an honor to me.
You humble me, Randall. I have come to speak, and I hope you will hear me.
Shit. Sorry, I'm kidding.
Your friends carry much sorrow, Randall. They are laden with sorrow in their hearts. I know you can see this.
I can.
And I have a task, or a couple, that if you will, it is you do not have to, but hearing your declaration, I have given you your divine powers. You will draw from my realm. Though weak as it is, you will sap my strength, but I will give you what you need.
Ha ha! Boom! I will only make your strength greater, my lady.
Good.
Through my worship and my devotion. This I swear.
There is a man. And I would hope your devotion leads you to this man. There is a man in Tilstead named Marcus. He's evil, Randall. Evil.
Marcus.
He saps the joy from the land. He repurposes it to his own will. He makes people believe he is doing well, but he is an evil man, Randall. And he feasts on the sorrow and the laughter. He has a sword. It is mine, taken once from a shrine in the Tupa Castle. You may have it, but you must take it, and you must rid Tilstead of this evil man, Marcus. Randall, remember, Marcus.
Marcus, Tilstead, sword. I've got it.
And then, like your face, like her expression grows extremely dire. You can see, like, she breaks eye contact with you and looks down. There's a man that you are already going to come in contact with in Caer Carandir.
Could you spell that? I'm sorry.
She says, look on the fucking map.
Okay.
But he...
Noted.
He...
Sorry. You got this.
A slight, like, smile breaks out, but he will become a god, Randall. And you must be there when it happens.
Is it something I must stop, my lady? Ascension, man becoming gods. Is it your will that this should happen?
I do not think it possible, Randall. It is...
But if it were possible...
Yes, then yes, of course.
I must stop it. Is that what you're saying?
If you can, do not risk your life.
I would risk anything for you, my lady.
Well, then... I would have you not, as you are my first and only follower in a long time, and I would not have that broken in but a couple weeks.
Indeed, my lady.
For now, seek Marcus, and tell Fora there is still time.
Time for what?
For her mother.
Do you know what ails her mother?
It is again, as I said, Marcus. An evil, not unspeakable, not compared to what faces Virhin, but he is evil nonetheless. And if you are to help Virhin, then you must kill Marcus.
I swear I will vanquish him in your name, my lady. It would be my honor.
Then, my child, she reaches out her hand, reaches for yours. I will walk with you. I will be beside you. But for now, sleep. And you can just feel blackness as you, like, face down in the sand. Beautiful moment after yet another beautiful moment. Kerkarandir is on the eastern side of the map, by the way. It's east of Padias. If you want it spelled, it's Caercarandir.
That's the city on the island off the coast on the east, right?
It's a small hold off the city of off the east coast of Padias. That was and you actually probably would have seen it on your way past Padias, Gotho, because it's not like a small speck on the horizon. It's very much stands out. And I think you passed to the east of the Dagger Spires, right? You walked directly by Padias.
Gotho passed just south of Padias.
Okay, yeah. So you would have gone through there. Yeah, I think you showed me the path. You would remember Padias is in ruins, blah blah blah, but you would know what Kerkarandir, the general direction is. So
I wouldn't know the name of it, but hearing its description, he would know it. Yeah.
It's a good way to put it. So a couple hours pass by, you guys get all your health back, all your you get half your hit die back, and all of your spells restored. And you guys wake up. You, Randall, face down in the sand, not entirely sure if it was a dream or reality, but you feel a spring in your step.
Sand all through my mouth and nose, just.
But it must have been.
Gotho extends his hand with half of a potato to Randall. This is better than sand.
I knocked the potato aside. Flora!
What?
Your mother's in grave danger.
I thought we already knew this.
I've had a vision, Flora.
What?
We must go to Tilstead. To Marcus. He must be stopped.
To Marcus?
I don't know.
We'll
find out more once we're there, I suppose.
Can I roll history to see if maybe I've heard of Marcus?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. I would say you trying to think. No, actually, no, you wouldn't.
No? Okay.
No, he'd be completely unknown. Yeah. Sorry.
He's completely unknown to me.
To me as well, as I've been visited in a vision. Yondala has blessed me.
Who?
I am to be her champion.
Oh, congratulations. Well, we are already going to Tilstead, so...
We must make all haste.
Randall slew a dragon. Gotho puts his hand on Randall's shoulder. Yeah. Randall was already a champion.
And now I am her champion, my friend. And grabs the arm, like the forearm of Gotho, and like shakes it as he's patting him on the back. I'm her champion. She has chosen me. I am the only one. Just overjoyed, like just so much joy, but at the same time. We must go to Tilstead with all haste.
Okay.
Your mother is in danger.
Okay.
We must find Marcus.
You're alive?
He's standing up. I'm buckling on my armor already, forgetting my shirt as it's just draped over a stick by the fire.
Cora grabs Randall. Did you see my mother? Was she in your vision?
No, she was not there. But Yondala, she said her by name. Well, not technically her name. She mentioned your name and said, your mother, and she's there, your mother. Unless you have two mothers, that gets confusing.
Yes, that would be very confusing. No, let's go immediately. Let's go.
Randall snatches up the half a potato that he'd knocked aside before, realizing that he's going to need some sort of fuel for this journey that he's like panically, getting ready for.
Keep in mind, Gotho's had that potato on him for
and it's covered with sand.
Yeah,
however many days now. That
couple sprouts coming out.
So
didn't fully dry, so the sand stuck to it as well. Like,
we must make haste. And he just starts immediately walking towards one of the tunnels, pretty much the nearest tunnel, and then realizes he has no idea where he's going, and just kind of starts looking around.
All right.
There's still no opening to the sky yet,
there's
right?
no.
We're still in a cavern.
It's you guys are like domed in.
And at this point, that rock has lost its power.
Oh yeah,
right,
it's only gone like after 10 minutes.
We'll go ahead and fast travel to Tilstead out of this cavern.
Is that you guys all want to do that?
I'll go meta and say
agreed. Okay.
Well, I was kidding. I assume we have to navigate our way out first, right?
Well, yeah. So here's how it's gonna roll, and this is why you guys got a light skill challenge earlier, and this is a kind of a heavy skill challenge. So navigating through these mountains, you guys all, like, Gotho kind of shows you for a quick moment this kind of hand carved. You can see the deep chisel marks as if it's like jagged, going downwards. You guys explore down there really quickly, and it just leads to a set of tunnels. You guys can use any of the skills that you are proficient in a creative way to make this go faster. If you accumulate, I think 2 or 3 fails, we'll say 2 fails, it takes a couple of days longer, and you guys might have some damage or run into, let's say, any of the denizens that might live under these mountains. So, any of the skills that you guys are proficient in, as you guys kind of set your way, light a torch that's now dried. How many rations do you guys have?
Ooh, none?
None?
I have, well, I don't think we've ever used any of the rations that are technically in our starting gear, so I'd have 10.
Yeah, you guys...
Exact same thing here.
Okay, yeah, I can
have
see...
10, but-
Wait. Now, wait a minute.
I can see...
Elspeth, if you had like an explorer's pack or a whatever pack at the beginning...
A burger's pack. Got it.
Do you have any rations in your burglar's pack?
5 days of rations.
Okay, so I think all of you guys have just checked. You have about, I think it's a total of 25 days worth of rations, so you guys are good. Feel free to, you're going to need, I think it's about 3 really good successes or 5 successes on rolls to make it to Tilstead as ASAP. So, anything you guys are proficient in? Go.
Well, for getting us out of the mountain first, I'll say using perception, I guess, to follow this trail of what is clearly man-made. Presumably this tunnel will lead us out because it was made for a purpose.
Okay.
So, Gotha using both proficiency in traveling on mountains and also being able to see in the dark, I think he'd be able to get us out of here with perception.
Yeah, give me with advantage. I almost said disadvantage for a second, but yeah, you're good. You kind of like immediately take charge and you start to lead forward, grabbing the torch so Randall behind you can see, just kind of like keeping your hand along the wall so you can feel the chisel marks winding. You guys want to make any of the rolls?
Yes.
Okay.
Laurel wants to roll survival because technically I have +2 to perception and survival, so my survival is one of my bigger proficiencies.
Yeah, if it's checked off, yeah, go ahead.
Huh?
If it's checked off, you are 100% proficient in it, so go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So she's gonna roll survival, see if navigate through like any like falling rocks or anything like that. If there's any strange like climate within the thing that needs to be like addressed. I don't know.
You can also you could use I'd say you could use acrobatics for something like that. For survival, you could very much look for like footprints. You could look for like growing fauna or flora rather, and any fauna inside that you might scare away that might lead you somewhere, or look for previous kind of incursions into these mountains of old camps, of old torches, and again old footsteps or any work that's been done here. So you could use a survival roll for that.
That aids in your survival.
Yeah.
Okay.
No worries.
I'm a ding dong. Okay, I'm gonna roll survival.
Okay. All right. And then, by the way, yeah, your guys' exhaustion is gone, by the way, because you guys slept. So yeah, you make it through fairly easily. A day starts to roll by, kind of blends into one another as you guys kind of start to burn through torches, and you quickly find a camp to lay down and rest at. It feels as if you've been walking for days at this point. Not literal days, but as if you had been walking for days. As the interior of these caverns, they don't change very much. There's the couple of moments where you come into another wide open cavern. You can see beautiful like blue jewels that stretch like the span of 10 men and 4 men across, and they're sticking out and jutting into the ceiling. They offer this like beautiful glow downwards. You can see small pieces of flora glowing in those caverns, as if like there's a small tree growing in there, as if it has its own like life in and of itself.
Did you just say jewels the size of what now?
Not jewels, crystals. Sorry, crystals.
Okay,
yeah.
You said okay.
Like small crystals, like
Randall takes a jewel. I'd like to use an athletics check.
Oh, we're gonna be rich, boys.
We're gonna make it now, team.
And you eventually lead them to not 1 but 2 camps for us. So about 2 days have passed by now. As you guys you can feel the land start to change now. As if you're exiting the highlands and more so going into the spine of the flats. Although you wouldn't know this, but you can see around you the stone starts to change. It takes on a much like darker color, and the passageways start to narrow. You're not inside of the main passageway anymore. These are just they lead up, and then you have to make a quick jump down. roll me any other rolls that you guys want to make.
I just want to make sure we're not going to bump into anybody, or if there's any tribes living in this area. We're getting closer to the surface, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys have been on a
perception, I guess.
You can. It would be. Yeah, you can roll me a perception check to make sure to avoid anything and keep an eye out for anything as well. You can navigate with that perception check as well.
I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd say you quickly, like, there's a couple of moments where you think you should go up, as in you're going to the surface, but then you realize, like, maybe it's a little too precarious and there could be a cave-in, so you quickly navigate them downwards, and sure enough, one or two times when that happens, you can hear the rocks kind of, they crumble down as soon as Gotho jumps off, kind of relinquishing his weight.
Come on, Gotho!
You guys make it a little bit through as well. I'd say you need about one more good roll. Gotta get creative with it.
And this is just to get us out of the caverns, correct? We haven't even hit the forests leading to Tilstead from the mountains.
No, you guys are still in the mountains, and
I have one other proficiency, and that's athletics, strength. So if there's like a cave in or something, I can like try to like hold it up while the others get out.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, I'd say that'd be like a
major roll, like
reactionary one.
Yeah, I was wondering, I could do push-ups, but
it's just a motivational push-ups.
I'm just like Yolanda.
Hold on, let me go through really quick.
Yondala is actually her name.
You guys are proficient in history, investigation, again, nature, another survival check.
But you have to be proficient. Like, we need a check mark.
You would have to be proficient.
Yeah, I got perception and athletics.
If you want to do something without a proficiency, you can roll it at a disadvantage.
We're gonna go ahead and have. I'm gonna use survival because I didn't use that one before.
Okay.
And just once again, use this to look for. Now that I know we're following the trail of something or someone that made the tunnel, you said it was clearly chiseled out intentionally.
Yeah, you guys have passed that. You're now into more natural
at this point,
tunnels.
it's more like natural tunnels, right? I'm picturing like an ant colony almost, where just kind of is like burrowing and seems random.
Mm-hmm.
Am I?
No, you're absolutely correct on that.
Okay.
So I'm going to look for whether it's animal droppings, food traces, footprints, scratch marks. Just look for tracks or any kind of activity that any form of life has passed through here, and see if we can follow that out.
Okay, yeah. Give me a roll. Okay, yeah, it's good. It's good. You actually, I want you to know that the difficulty for that was a 20, so it's 100% good. Good job. You kind of reached. I'd say you guys, if you guys want to see on the map, unbeknownst to the viewers, but you guys were right about there. For a couple of moments, you guys arrived to.
Where's there? What are you looking at?
I'm not seeing the map.
You guys not seeing the map?
Referencing the map, Jay, and I have no idea. There it is.
Sorry, you guys are right there. You see that?
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, again, unbeknownst to the viewers, before someone yells at me in the chat, there's a moment like near the end. You guys have been walking for what feels like days now. You've camped multiple times in one day, just thinking that it's okay. It has to be 12 hours or something. We should take a long rest, and I think realistically, as a matter of fact, you guys can roll me intelligence checks, I'd say, to see how long it's been fully. But there's a moment where, like, Randall's trying to lead you down a little further because he sees an area on the other side where you can come back up, but go through you quickly, like, out of your eye. There's a passageway to the left that you guys were ignoring, and you can see these soft footfalls of one or two people that have kind of passed through probably about a week ago. It's miraculous that the sand has still left a small part of the print, and a couple hours pass as you follow that upwards, and you seem to now be going in an upwards, almost spiral. It's a very jagged spiral. There's a couple moments where you have to jump up, and you arrive, I'd say, right on the eastern side of the Badum's Flats. What an interesting name. You arrive about right there. As you there's a couple of boulders in front of you, and if you really want to use that athletics check, you can use it right now, Mittens, to push the boulders out of the way.
I've got this one.
watch this be a nat one. That would be the best. Yeah, it's really like it's like one boulder that would be blocking Gotho from getting through.
Like my size.
you get to it before Gotho does, and you kind of break free. The sunlight is blinding immediately, as it's been quite a while since you've seen direct sunlight. It seems to be high noon overhead, the sun directly ahead in the sky, You're on about a ledge about 30 feet from the ground, about halfway on the mountain, and you can see sand, desert, sea in front of you, a small marsh, and you can take a deep, long breath of seaside and above-ground air.
Smells like dead fish. I love it.
Gothel
you're
does
weird.
not like caverns.
What'd you say, Gothel?
Gothel does not like caverns.
I don't think any of us like caverns, Gothel. We're made for the sunlight.
Yes, let's not do that again.
And she
Are there any,
pats both of them on the back. It's good to be outside, boys. Good to be outside.
Just can we get a group hug? Can we get a group hug? Come on, bring it in, big guy.
We already did this in the cavern. Fine.
That was days ago.
That was a cuddle, Gothel. There's
3-day growth of Randall's. That was days ago. It's been a long time since I had a good cuddle.
Oh my god. It's you
Can
would think
Can I look around for any type of wildlife, flowers, that type of thing?
Yeah.
Perception on
In the
that, or-
plains in front of you, there's a small patch of desert. You don't need a perception check. You're up high. You'd have an advantage immediately of seeing. There's like an oasis off to your left. Looks like a couple of small trees growing from the desert, with a large pool of water, and you can see a couple of animals drinking from that. That's relatively close. And then across from you, you see marshland away from the desert. You can assume there'd be wildlife there.
Yondala has blessed us yet again.
Also,
Hike up my shield and start heading down towards the oasis.
okay. You guys give me a quick, I'd say athletics check just to get down the mountain. I don't think you have to go though, because when it comes to mountains, I'm pretty sure you're a beast. Or is it you have advantage?
It's what you
Is it
do.
like no? I'm pretty sure you just have advantage, right?
It's I can read it. It says, where is it? Mountain movement. Because Goliaths practically live on ledges and cliffs, they're particularly adept at negotiating mountain hazards, can make standing long jumps and high jumps as if you had a running start,
Okay.
and can engage in accelerated climbing with no penalty.
Okay, yeah, so you should be fine. Just throw me a quick athletics check. We'll give you advantage on that. You, pertaining to that intelligence check, Gotha, you feel like it's been like 4 weeks. Randall, you feel like it's been about 4 to 5 days, but your beard is growing in a little more. You know, it's all patchy and kind of.
Yeah.
It's not
a
the most
halfling
full.
beard. It's a
But
halfling
you've
beard, but-
gone at least a week before, and it's
Yeah.
looked a little better than this.
Got
So,
you.
Yeah, you guys all make it
Because
down.
I'm able to like look at my beard and measure and shit.
Yeah, you're fine. You can just you can literally pull it. Like you can pull it and it's there, and you're like, okay, all right. I haven't seen it sticking out of the peripheral vision before. You guys make it down at varying speeds. Gotho, you're down almost immediately. Randall, you two, you kind of like there's moments where you just let go and you jump down to the next rock. Still skipping your
Slide
step.
down on my shield.
Gotha just jumps like to 30 feet, just lands and walks away.
Takes 7d7 damage.
No, fine, he climbs.
It's you guys make it down about after half an hour total with Fora and standing on desert. There is that oasis off to your left. What do you guys want to do?
Head to the oasis. That's what Randall's doing.
Okay.
It looks so pretty over there.
Gilstead is northwest.
But the oasis go though.
We
That
must fill up our water skins, surely. Besides a cool drink, some shade. Just a moment.
Okay.
At least we can just take a rest from going down this mountain. Oh, my feet are killing me.
Rest. You two rest too much.
Sorry,
Gotha starts walking towards the
we're not built like you go though.
Most people
I
are
mean
not
that
built.
figuratively and literally. All right, so Fora's following Randall.
Randall's looking for flowers at this moment.
Yeah, you find
Any
you find
sort
one or
of
two.
flowers, like really, one or two, or like enough to like weave together into
I'd
like
say.
lanyard.
Okay, you're looking for like a bunch of them. I was going to say you find
lanyard,
one or
dude.
two bunches,
He's like,
but
there is one flower.
there is exactly one. I mean, I didn't. Okay, so yeah, you find a couple of them then. varying shades of pink with yellow tips on them. Beautiful, like, tongue coming out, almost as if like a dragon's tongue. And you can see, like, as you touch them, they close out and the tongue is sticking out. It's like fiery red. What are you doing with them? You're just picking them and...
I'm weaving them into a lanyard.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. That's all you. What are you two doing, Gotho? Where are you walking?
I guess since we're stopping at the Oasis for a break, Gotho's fashioning a replacement trap for the one that I used like 5 episodes ago.
Okay, what kind of trap was that again?
The one that I had initially was a bear trap, but Gotho obviously doesn't have metal and springs and whatnot to make another one, so he's making a wooden snare instead.
Okay, yeah, I'd say with the rope you can quickly snare, tie it off, another one, make the trap down below, put it in so it pulls, and test it a couple times with your hand really quick without the snaring mechanism, and you're pretty good to go. Say that would take about, I'd say, 30 minutes. While Fora, what are you doing?
She's looking in her pack to see if she has any more cherry weed. But she might not.
I think you should have what looks to be like a small handful, like just under a handful, maybe a pinch or 2 left.
There's a difference between a handful and a pinch.
I said a small handful, handful, a pinch or 2 left.
Okay, just
I'm an educated man.
When it comes to the cherry weed, I know my sizing.
Listen, I have pinched 1 or 2. All right.
I have pinched a cherry.
Con save. Please roll a nat 1. It's just funny when you guys roll nat 1s on this. It's immediately you pass the fuck out. Yeah, this same flavor as always. Never lets you down.
Was this Bud Light?
I don't think I've ever failed a con save.
I don't think you have. No.
Never failed a con save for cherry weed. That should tell you Elfora's character.
Yeah. She's
speaks volumes.
She had a good time in college.
She had a good...
Bard's College, that is. Bard's,
crazy place.
Exactly, Bard's College.
Crazy place.
Bunch of people fucking stoned and
Randall?
Singing.
Randall, Gotho? Well, maybe just
Randall leaves off weaving his lanyard and drapes it about Gotho's. As Gotho's bent down testing his snare, Randall walks up behind him and just places this lanyard around the top of his head as though it's a crown, where the greenery and flowers all just kind of give an accent to his skin that wasn't there before. And then accepts graciously the cherry weed. Thank you, my dear. I do need a spot of cherry weed.
It's a spot, though. Careful, Randall.
Boom. Leans in for a light.
Oh, it's already lit.
Oh, it's already lit? Oh, you've got this cherry weed cherried up, do you? Ha ha!
I should give you disadvantage for that.
Why, for that shitty joke?
For that shitty joke.
Yeah. Disadvantage?
You're good. You're good.
All right.
You got
My
that.
pun didn't kill me there.
Taste. Say now, unfortunately, you're at a cherry weed.
Well, that was it, boys. That was the last of my cherry weed.
All right.
No more fun for the rest of the adventure, I suppose. Unless we run into another dragon, in which case, that will be a lot of fun. A whole lot of fun.
Gotho did not have fun fighting the last dragon.
You would, Gotho.
Randall's eye twitches a little bit.
Where did it go? How did we get away from it? I just don't understand. I guess dragons can't swim, but
dragons cannot fit into tiny cavern either.
But I wonder, maybe it had other baby dragons that were following us somewhere.
If there were other baby dragons, Gotho will kill them too.
Yes, you will, Gotho. I have 100% faith. You will kill the dragon. Are you okay, Randall?
The mother, on the other hand,
Thirsty.
not so easy to kill.
Is there water around here?
Isn't there?
Well, we're standing at an oasis.
Yeah, dude, there's a massive pool.
Where-
You're good.
there's
There's
a
a
pool right
rather large pool.
You mean this?
It's been a few weeks apparently since Randall partook of the cherry weed, though. You have to remember that, you know.
Oh, yes. True.
Randall, you mean this water?
Yes.
All
Does it
of
look clean?
this.
It's like relatively. It's not pristine, but it's relatively clear.
Is it drinkable?
Is it
It's up to you.
potable?
You can try.
Gotho's gonna.
Potable or potable?
Try.
Can I use? Survival?
I actually don't know if it's potable or potable.
I'm gonna use.
Yeah, you can use survival.
Potable?
Is it really potable?
I thought it was potable.
That's what I would say.
If
Chat
it's
is it potable? Probably a chat's gonna know.
You can see like there's a small like area over that that doesn't look as potable, but
it's part of the same body of water.
I was actually gonna say I'm using a survival check to like boil and clean some water.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Water skin.
While Gotho's doing
it.
that, Randall's just laying down on his stomach with his face kind of pushed up towards the pool of water, and he's just sipping slowly, with the tip of his nose and his now scraggly, nasty beard, like kind of just getting just laying there, kind of with his face in water.
Yeah.
So Gotho's sitting here carefully boiling water, and Randall's just.
Yeah, it takes you like 10 to 20 minutes, right? You take out like out of your mess kit, you take out a small like bowl, ceramic, and you pour the water in. Or it helps you get the fire going, and he's just like, by the time you're finished, he's already like sitting next to you. You haven't even realized.
On water at this point.
No, you're fine. It doesn't.
No, I mean
kill
I
you
drank
or
so
anything.
much.
Oh, okay.
It's just like, ugh.
He's just, you don't even realize like you look over and he's sitting next to you. You can see like drips of water now down his scraggly beard. And seems like he's already drank. Off in the distance, you hear as your snare goes off.
The hell was that?
You said you set it up.
Oh, I said I was crafting one, not setting it, but I'll take it. Let's go see what I just caught.
You quickly hear as it reverses, and the large bird flies away. You caught a mature dragon. She's here again.
No, he didn't set the trap. He fashioned it, made sure that like he's basically making the kind of snare that you step in and it like tightens up. On your foot. But then he just put it in his bag for later in case he needs to go.
You hear a snare go off in the distance.
It's a snare drum in the distance.
And then the Who starts playing. Yeah!
We are in the mountains of Badumps, by the way. So
yeah, I know. I realize it's called the Badumps.
The Badumps flats.
Make a bad joke.
Every time you make a bad joke, you just hear Badumps in the background. What's
whispers over the mountains.
This is not a mountain area.
I'm holding up my pristine, cleaned, filtered water and just kind of looking at Randall and then like,
Randall just kind of
put
has his hunting knife out and he's just kind of scraping at this nasty beard on his face as he kind of like looks back at the water.
Well, are we rested then? Do we have everything that we need?
Most rested, my dear.
All right. Well then.
Did we get water?
I think. Gotho, did you manage to boil any water? Gotho boiled water. Let's go.
He did.
Is that like in your water skin or?
Yeah, he's holding up a water skin.
I just like
he's holding up a handful of just water.
No, I assume like you were like holding up the pot. No, I just pictured a bottle of Fiji. Like, yes, Gotho went to convenience store, got Fiji. We are good.
Gotho has smart water.
Cost $6. Why? Yeah, you guys can quickly pack up your camp. What are you guys doing? Where are you guys headed?
Well, wherever, whichever the direction we were heading, which is north, I think, which is where
Tilstead?
Yeah, you guys would have a good idea that like the mountains are on your left, so you are on the eastern side of the flats. Tilstead, you can go ahead and give me a quick, I'd say, intelligence or survival check just to get the lay of the land and find out where to go.
We're going with intelligence on this one. And fuck. All right.
I got +2.
Sun sets in the east. We go here.
Are you sure?
You think it's south, Randall. It's gotta be south.
I swear, on this side of the mountains, the sun sets in the south.
I'm grabbing Randall and turning him and facing him, and then going,
the city is south.
This way.
I will believe you, my friend. Let us make haste. Pulls the shield up over his shoulder and just kind of heads off in the direction that Gotho has turned him.
Gotho has lived in the woods his whole life. It is this way.
I will trust you.
No mention of the fact that Gotho's only like 4 or 5 months old at the most. Doesn't matter. This way.
Lost on everyone.
I spent my entire life at sea. This is all new to me. Now, if you had me sing a sea shanty, I would refuse, of course.
Would you sing us a sea shanty as we
Never! Keeps walking.
What about a forest shanty.
Forest shanty. A forest shanty.
A forest shanty. Sing about the trees and how pretty everything is.
The trees are beautiful, shining above me. Flip them over and gravity disappears.
These trees are not shining.
It's a metaphor! Keeps walking.
This fucking session is
Gotho just looks at Fora. I don't know that word.
Which word?
Metaphor.
Metaphor. Yeah, I don't know it either.
Randall just 180 comes back and attempts to snatch the wreath of flowers off of Gotho's head. I will take those. You do not seem to appreciate them.
Gotho's making no attempt to stop him, but he's standing up straight, like a good 3 feet out of reach.
Can I make an acrobatics check to try to get this off? Of
Yeah,
his
go
head?
ahead. Go ahead. Give me a solid acro. Nah, he's too tall, man. There's a moment where he like bends down for a second to talk to you.
I almost like
you almost, but like it's like 2 hand spans away.
Well, that and when you suddenly reach up towards his head, Gotha just kind of reflexively doesn't want to get punched in the face, and he leans out of the way.
You guys stopped me from making a really bad metaphora joke, by the way.
I stopped myself. So if you need help,
I'm never gonna forget that one.
It was right there.
Yeah, I'd say it takes you guys a small moment to like get around the mountains, roughly about an hour or two, as you just kind of head in the northern direction. You meet like mountains that you have to skirt across to the east, and as you kind of come around them, you can see now the city of Tilstead kind of off in the distance, not more than an hour's to walk away, but sprawling farmland around it. On every side, you can see there's a hill above it, kind of with forest, and part of the forest has been almost carved out, and farms stretch up it. It takes you about I'd say an hour to cross the small patch of desert, get into the farmland, and there's a small path that you find, and a well-worn path leading into the town. You can see it skirting around the farms, and you begin to walk down these fields of, like, you see corn on one side, wheat, and then more corn over there, more wheat, more corn, and more wheat off in the distance, all leading up to the city. As
we find this path, is there more like greenery and grass and wildflowers?
Vegetation is in abundance now.
Can I just pick some wildflowers on the way and weave myself another wreath of flowers as we walk?
Yeah, you can just take small moments to pluck one that you find.
Yeah, just as we're walking along the path, not really taking time out of our travel to do it, just as we move.
Yeah. As you get closer to the city, couple of merchants, you guys have to step off to the side of the road as the carriage passes by. Donkeys and horses being led to stables and farms nearby as well. You guys come across a couple patches of pumpkins, and you kind of make it about, I'd say about 5 minutes away from the gates. You can see probably like a small group of guards, about 3 of them on each side of this massive looming gate. The gate completely closed, and 2 guards on either side, right and left of this gate. The city now, like, as you realize, it's massive in scope, almost comparable to Greyhome from your 2 time, both of you, when you guys spent time there. The parapets of the wall, not you, Randall. The parapets of the wall kind of rising up, striking into the sky almost. You see like beautiful blue and yellow, and then a slash of red in the banners that are hanging from it. You can see banners kind of draped down the wall, a lion's head with a great sword kind of running behind it, and a shield around that. And you get closer and closer to the gate. Do you guys want to approach the guards? You looking
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. You walk
at
up.
At this point, Randall has finished his wreath and put it about for his head, like he had Gotho's.
Okay.
Just as they were walking.
You walk up, approaching, and say you veer off to the right guard. See him kind of call you over. You see like their eyes narrow, immediately recognizing that you guys are like adventurers, and seem kind of uncomfortable. The 2 on the other side of the gate, they kind of tighten their grip on their weapons. And hello, why have you come to Tilsteed?
My name is Randall Beauregard, and I come burdened with great purpose.
Wow, little man. Who's... See a Goliath? Big man here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He also is burdened with great purpose.
Yes, I'm...
3 burdens, 3 great purpose.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you come to trade? Come to partake in a tavern? Stay a night? Become citizens?
Which of us is he looking at as he says that?
He's kind of like shifting his gaze between all of you now. He kind of flits over to you every once in a while, Gotho, and you can see the man next to him is kind of just eyes locked on you, fear in his eyes almost. Probably hasn't seen a Goliath in a couple years.
If they're looking directly at me, then Gotho would reply and says, "We are here to see her mother."
Right, Horns here. Right.
Don't you call her that.
Apologies, my lady. What is your name?
My name is Fora.
Hello, Fora. So nice to meet you. I apologize if I offended you. Right, Reg, you saw a woman with horns. The man named Reg kinda looks over and... Not a week ago.
A week ago.
Got, taken... The ceremony. Oh, yes, yes, your mother. Or perhaps somebody that was similar, of the same race. Again, with the horns, I'm sorry, my lady.
Tiefling!
Tiefling, there we go. Sorry, on the tip of my tongue.
Better not be. Ha ha! Boom! But seriously.
Right. She was taken in the ceremony. Glorious praise to the ceremony that she went to work in the castle with the king, King Grey. A beautiful honor.
What kind of work?
Well...
If you don't mind me asking.
Reg? Scrubbing? Cleaning? Waxing? Anything.
Sewaging?
Could be. Sewaging. Serious business.
I hear it's a very serious business.
Oh my god.
Fucking throwback.
I forgot about
The
sewage.
throwback.
The throwback.
Oh, man.
That's good.
Was there a hand involved?
Yeah. Give us a hand with the sewage, will ya?
Not fucking answering that. I'm not refused to answer that. Yeah. Yes, great honor, all alike.
Of course. Is there a tavern, of course, run by anyone named Igor? By any chance?
No. Never.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Right.
Well, we would like to enter the city if possible.
And I am
Gold.
here to kill one named Marcus.
And he is also high on cherry weed, so he's not all there.
Little bit. Feeling confident, though.
Who is Did you? He actually says that. I'm here to kill Marcus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Randall is just completely, I'm here with great purpose, and I'm here to kill a guy named Marcus. So.
Okay. Who
Right.
is Marcus?
Good luck. No fighting in town.
Of course. Of course. Thank you.
Kind of leads into you for keep an eye on the little one.
Oh, absolutely.
The guy that you'd first
Do I
spoken to.
hear this? Does Randall hear that?
No,
When it
it's
says-
like barely a whisper. The guy that had first spoken. Yes, there will be no fighting in the town. Tilsteed is a peaceful town, and
Oh,
we
I'm sure.
don't want adventurers.
Use this or this or this or
Yes,
this
friend. No,
Or
not
this.
necessary. Friend, please do
or
not.
this.
You can see him like kind of keeps the
He's
grip on his
like-
halberd. Please, friend.
He's taking the
restrain your
magic
friend,
hammer
or we will
and
jail
the
him.
great
Restrain your
club
friend, or we will jail him.
Good luck restraining him.
and putting
You
them
see
all
the
in
size of me.
and putting them all in the bag. Like
He's very
packing them.
enthusiastic
Right.
about his collection.
Bag. Good idea. Okay. Wow.
No. He was like taking the 7 weapons.
You're still taking your fucking weapons out in front of a guard, man. They're gonna be nervous. Guards have one motive, and that's to get the fuck home at the end of the day. They don't care. They will arrest your ass.
Please understand, he's
right.
our friend, and he will not harm.
Right.
He wouldn't harm a fly.
Beg. Good idea.
That being said, do you know Marcus?
No, I don't. Shut up about Marcus. 5 gold to enter. Get in the city.
Can I do an insight check on that?
Yeah, go ahead. Seems like he's telling the truth. He's an honest dude. You see, like, beads of sweat.
He's an honest dude.
He wants you to get the fuck out of his sight. He's holding out his hand. 5 gold to enter the town, please. And be on your way.
I should easily have that from like the handful that we scooped up in the cavern, right?
Yeah, you can count out 5 gold pieces.
Okay.
I don't think. Yeah, did I tell you how much you got?
You never gave me a number. I just said like I took
2 what I got from the dragon, but you never told Gotho anything that he got.
Well, because I went
as far as the money.
I went into the cavern, and when I was following the 2 halflings, and I took 2 big handfuls of gold and put them in pockets, but we didn't count them.
Okay. Which pockets, though? Because you don't have any pockets.
Jody Monet's cloak poncho thing.
Okay.
That is just rife with pockets.
For reference, in case we've forgotten, Gotho's like wearing just like a very base, almost like his underwear around his face.
You're wearing like
he has
8 shirts.
Yeah, he has like tattered shirts.
That's right. These are shirts.
But then he has Jody's cloak kind of at this point pulled around him like a Mexican poncho looking thing, and he put it in there.
We'll say you threw it in your bag. That would have
or
more
that.
Pockets.
That works too.
On the guard.
Okay, go ahead and throw me a persuasion. Let me know what it's for.
3 gold instead, because a family discount, considering my mother is already working for the king.
Plus, we're related.
Gotho doesn't count. He just grabs a handful that he knows is probably more than 5 and drops it.
But it was a successful persuasion.
Too late.
Right.
While she is persuading.
No to the family discount. Sorry, my lady. Again, I apologize. It is great honor to enter the town, and we would like to keep it as such. And then he got it.
Excellent.
You see him spin his hand. You can now see like above as he's signaling up and just twirling his fingers. You see like three of the guards. You look up. They have their crossbows aimed down. Like one of them is like shaking, looking at you, Gotho.
Hello.
The gate, open. And they all like withdraw for a moment, presumably from when you were taking your fucking weapons out in front of the massive amount of guards. You wait a moment. Nothing passes by. You kind of see the man named Reg just. And like as he makes a noise, as the gates slowly start to, you hear the chains because they're bringing them up. You guys are free to go inside the city.
They are on edge around here.
They certainly are. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate your help.
Which side of town is castle?
Far north. Way back. Find a tavern. West side. 2 lefts and a right. And blacksmith right inside the door. Town square. In the middle. Good luck.
Okay.
Much luck to you, my friend.
Stay the fuck away from Marcus, whoever he is. Have a good day. Welcome to Tuesday.
You shall find my blade outside. Haha. Inside.
Right, Foro wants to roll perception to see what's going on in the city. Wow.
Okay. Fuck all. About fuck all's going on in the city.
You only have eyes for
Randall. Kind of still. If only, right? Still kind of like caught up, and you haven't really been in a large city for a while. The gates, the racket that they're making. You were just blinded to all the commotion and noise as like you guys walk inside, and there seems to be people moving at a frenzy. It doesn't seem to be in any kind of panic. They're just moving, getting about their lives. Every single person seems unnaturally busy. They all seem unnaturally clean. And, or of course, you can't see this, but you two see it. That's all that I'm describing, by the way. And you can hear the familiar ring, the ting, ting, ting of the blacksmith off to your right. A kind of a commotion coming from the middle of the city. But carts and wagons almost like barrel you out of the way as soon as the door opens. Like 4 carts pass you by, and what do you guys want to do in the city? A couple of barrels. There's one that's carrying fruit. It seems like one is carrying a chest or two. Seems like a farmer. Some farming tools on it, as if he just sold his wares. And again, like now it's coming about like 5 p.m. The sun is starting to kind of come over to.
So it's the end of the trading day. There's a lot of hustle and bustle, but it's not. It doesn't appear as though the city is preparing for a siege or anything.
No.
It's just
again,
hustle and bustle.
It's a very busy hustle and bustle. Yeah.
Okay.
As if people are supremely and eerily focused on what they're doing.
To the tavern, then.
But where? I don't know where to go. This is so confusing.
Why do we need to go to a tavern?
Well, maybe to find Marcus or...
Who is Marcus?
Yeah, who is Marcus?
Someone that has to die, my friends. Someone that has to die.
Well, I want to go to the castle because apparently that's where my mother is. And you also said my mother is in danger, did you not, Randall?
Yes, she is in danger from Marcus. And if your mother is at the castle, Marcus may be there too.
That must be
okay. We kill Marcus.
To the castle, then.
the castle.
Okay.
Where is the
Right.
Goto tried to go in a castle once before. They did not let him in.
Oh, we'll sneak you in under my cloak. We'll figure something out.
Goto think it's the clothes.
It must be the clothes, Goto. Maybe we should get you some clothes. Like actual clothes and not just a fancy loincloth.
What about just a great big cloak we could just kind of cast over the top of him?
Oh, I like that, Randall. It's intimidating.
Give him mysterious aura.
Yes, absolutely.
Are there any? Can I look around for any stalls that are still open? Any sort of like? Is there a clothing?
Yeah, you can quickly like locate a couple of stalls that seem to be selling furs. Like off to the left, there seems to be a corridor down the road. There's furs, and you see a couple of linens, some silks a little bit down further.
Yeah, we're not going that far. We're keeping it in the linen.
You really? Are you sure you want to give the 7-foot-tall man a trench coat?
I didn't say trench coat. I said cloak.
Just imagine in the middle of battle.
Would you like weapons?
What are you buying?
What are you selling?
All right, yeah.
Yes,
So you see a couple of stalls with furs, linens, and silks off to your left.
Oh my. We go there, or
Okay.
Randall heads that direction.
Yeah, Foro goes too.
What are you guys looking for in particular?
Something that fits him.
Excuse me, the merchant man.
Yes.
Sir, your biggest, finest, scariest cloak.
It's for me. Haha, not really. It's for him.
Not for him. It's for like 3 of him, if you can imagine. That gentleman back there.
Hard to believe.
This is
Where's
the big
the
one.
goat,
The big
It's
one.
for him. It's for him.
How big is he?
Oh, look at him.
Well, I mean, how big is he?
I don't know. Go for
Aren't you a tailor? Don't you have like a measuring
Oh
thing?
man, I just sell the wares. God, such little men. Oh,
Goto's what? What did we say? 8'4"?
come here. Come to me. Come to up.
8'4".
Are you actually 8'4", dude?
It was.
Gods, man. Jesus Christ.
You must
You
have
gotta-
an enormous monster.
I think it was 8. It was 8'4" or 8'6" or so. I don't have it written down. He's really tall.
That reference. Oh my god.
Oh man. Oh.
Indeed.
Kind of like you see him just grab a stick. Put it in.
The stick only comes up to my neck.
Yeah, it's like up to your shoulder.
God damn it, Al. That's like my
Holding
favorite.
it, he's trying to. You see him like make a notch with a knife. All right. Just holds it out. Doesn't even say anything. Just pain hobbling back into his shop. You see like him part of fur, and you hear like. Comes out like quickly now. Throws it on your face. Like it just covers your whole face and drapes down halfway. 20 silver.
What did he give me?
It's like a massive, like you see, it's like half of a bear pelt mixed with like one patch of linen. And then there's like 2 fox pelts that cover the rest of it. But the bear head is still on it. So that's where the hood would go. And the two
is
fox...
it like a bear head that goes over my head?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. And like you can, as like you quickly adjust, you can feel like it fits over your head quite nicely. You guys watch as there's a small clasp too. It's actually quite like intricate and well designed, despite it like almost looking ragged.
It took us 5 gold to get in here and 20 silver for that thing.
Hey man,
does he have one with like a weasel head? Like that'd be perfect. Like that'd be.
But it's a cloak, right?
Yeah,
so it just hangs.
Yeah, it's a well cloak, and you can clasp it up quickly with a leather strap. There's like a small like metal buckle as well, and you can see like the 2 they're like snow fox pelts. They hang down almost down to your feet, but they separate in the middle for your legs to maintain movement as well.
What do you think, Gotho? How does he feel?
Move around a bit.
A turn for us.
Do a twirl.
Gotho puts down his bag and does a backflip standing in the stall.
Okay, give me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Why?
I really hope
just to make sure it works.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you jump and you get the flip right, but your feet catch on the ceiling, and you just boom, you land on the ground, almost head first, but you can quickly like catch your shoulder on it, and the old man.
Randall turns to the merchant and just goes, "It's been a long day."
From the ground, he does the martial arts move where you just like bounce up off the ground onto your feet, or he attempts that to see.
Yeah, you can do that. Are you attempting it again, or you're just?
No, he's attempting to.
Yeah.
After he fell on the ground,
you quickly right yourself. You almost like go face first, but you can see like as you come face first, merchant's just in there. Right, Silver.
Oh, sorry. Yes, of course.
Yes.
It's perfect. We'll take it.
And
Gotho, I'm looking around the city because you said there's still like a large number of people milling about their business. Is there anyone wearing like a large baggy pair of pants?
Roll
just like
me
loose fitting pants.
Investigation check.
Uh-oh.
He's not investigating their pants.
Yeah, he's investigating to see if someone has some pants on. You catch a couple people that are wearing like what look to be pants that are a little too big for them, but they're not like baggy. We're not talking like.
Is Randall one of them?
Flavor Flav baggy.
Gotho needs one of those.
One of what?
He's just pointing at a loose pair of pants.
I bet you do.
Did you mean like people wearing baggy pants or baggy pants in the stall?
Oh, I meant people wearing them, but if there's one hanging on the wall in the stall, then
I thought I got that, but I thought you were like, then you're pointing at a loose pair of pants. You see him again, he's stick next to you.
Do you have somewhere to be, my friend?
And it makes another notch in the stick, puts his thumb on it, walks inside, you hear him like for parts again, you hear mumbling, and then comes back out almost hurriedly again with the stick in hand. Black pair of pants. The bottoms of them are like a small amount of ripped, but they're quite nice. They seem to like he holds it against your waist, and he almost like punches you as he holds it against very firmly and 10 silver.
Gotho pulls again without counting, just like large handful of gold pieces and drops it in his hand, like overpaying pretty grossly.
We'll take 2 of those.
Yes. And I'll take one of those. And
do you have any cherry weed?
She's not even sure what she's pointing at. She's just pointing at something randomly on the wall, and she just wants whatever it is.
Yes.
He'll need a belt as well.
Yes, right now.
Like runs inside. You can hear like you see him like trip through the furs, like the coins as they're like bouncing off everything inside, and you hear like a flurry now as he's like grabbing things. You watch like the side of the small like fur shack, it like explodes outwards for a moment and comes back in as there's like a pair of pants thrown out. Not towards you guys, just out as if he's discarding them, and he quickly like hurries back in after a couple of moments. He has another pair of pants and there you go, and kind of gives you like this large leather strap, throws it at you again, grabs whatever you were pointing at on the wall, which is like this fine like silk, red, like almost crimson red with white lining, and these like faux gold buttons and throws it at you for an. Thank you.
Do you know a man named Marcus?
No. No.
No, I don't.
Wow, crazy. Never heard of him before.
No.
Whoa. Is he
I just sell furs.
one?
He seriously doesn't like it. He's just like
He just fucking blurted it at you.
Well, thank you very much for your help. Is there anything else we need here?
Gotho rips the loincloth off and just drops it on the ground and is now putting the pants on.
You see, like, he takes the stick and just like pushing it across. It's like
pushes the little
still, like, it's like wet and just like. So if it was like in The Sims, there'd be green fumes and flies flying around. He's just like pushing it out of the hut and just. Good day.
You might want to burn that stick.
Been in far worse. And walks back inside the hut.
Right?
How is it you're still in business?
Because you
All right.
just gave him like 30 fucking gold.
Yeah,
By the way,
apparently
from the thing at the
papers.
docks, if you overpaid, or not the docks, the door, if you overpaid, that was 10 gold and also 30 gold. And I forgot to give you the total. From the pile, I'd say you got 2 platinum, 100 gold roughly. I'd say from all the swimming, well, we'll make it 97 gold. Just a couple of pieces would have fallen out. About 250 silver and 112 copper pieces.
Well, how much is a platinum worth again?
A platinum is worth 10 gold.
Okay.
All right,
So I've
cat.
got, like-
Jeez.
I've got like 110 gold left then.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
And then mark off whatever it might be. Mark off 40 gold and
Okay.
5
So that was-
silver.
Okay, so that was before that. So I've got like 70 remaining-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
So mark off about 40 gold and about 5 silver, and for 20 silver from you.
I did.
Okay, you guys
Thank
have
you. Thank
pants.
you, Gotho.
Gotho is for the first time ever actually wearing proper clothes. He has the cloak open, so you can still see like the tattoos and whatnot all up and down the front of his body, but then he has pants on now. And the freaking bear head.
I was gonna say, and if you get on your hands and knees, you're a bear. So
A bear with fox feet.
And with the weapons concealed in the bag, he's got the bag over his shoulder now too.
Okay.
I guess could actually look like a traitor.
There
You
you
should
go.
take pride, my friend. You look very regal.
He's a menacing sight as well. Fucking fangs of the bear, like kind of sinking down to his eyebrows, and the eyes are like petrified. They're like terrified. The nose just fucking sticking off of his head. And you notice like as well the arms, they have straps at them, so like you can strap them to your arms. Should you wish to actually look like a bear.
this
I'll leave that
coat's
up to
getting
you.
cooler and cooler, dude.
Um,
This is like
And you said the pants are like torn up and flared at the bottom too,
Yeah, they're
right?
like it's like as if your the bottom of your jeans has been dragged by your shoes. They've just been ripped a little bit from them being a little too long and being dragged.
We really need
So I
that
don't look
one
so.
song. We need that one song as we walk away where it's like.
So I don't look like a traitor so much as I look like the giant bodyguard that stands next to the traitor.
Yeah. It's could be a very like compelling disguise. Yeah.
Mm.
And you guys kind of exit the shop for a moment, looking around. You can now see like the busy nature of the crowd has kind of shifted, as you can hear. Probably you can guess from like northeast. You just hear, "Come all! It is time! It is time for the ceremony!" And we're gonna take a quick break there. As we